Alright, hi everybody, my name is Anthony, and today I'm going to talk about the different methods and phases of plyometric training. So the first thing I'm going to start off with is we're going to start off in the stabilization phase, then we're going to progress into the strength phase, and then we're going to move into the power phase. And this is always going to follow the NASM OPT model, of course. So the first phase that we're going to do is going to be the stabilization. And when we want to do this, we're going to do about 1 to 3 sets, 5 to 8 reps, and we're going to do 2 exercises. Now when we do these exercises, we want to emphasize the landing and sticking it. So when we want to stick the landing, we want to hold it for about 3 to 5 seconds. And that's really going to make sure we're stabilizing and getting a good isometric contraction. So for the first exercise we're going to do a lateral hop. And I'm going to demonstrate it right now. So when we make that hop, we really want to make sure our body's not moving, and we would just really stick it and make sure our knee is not moving inward, and we want to make sure we can remain it on the outside. I'm going to demonstrate. Now, of course, you want to hold it for 3 to 5 seconds. That was not a very long time, but obviously as you get better at the exercise, you're going to progress. So that's the first one, and a good progression that we can do on this. If you can just get up and follow me. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to do a lateral hop, and we're going to do it onto an elevated surface. And now this is going to be a new added dynamic, and now we're going to have different adaptations. I'm going to perform a couple reps here. Same thing, load, block. And you really want to stick that. And try to make sure that knee doesn't cave in forward like you just seen. Same thing, load, block. You really want to hold it. And you can always use your arms as a counterbalance to make it easier. And we're going to do one more rep. They're not always the easiest exercises, and that's why they're for the very high level of the athletic population, because they can perform better than most athletes. The next phase we're going to do is we're going to go and progress from the stabilization phase, and we're going to go into the plyometric strength phase. So when we have this, we're going to make a movement. We're going to make our movement. So for instance, we're going to be starting off with a lunge. We want to make sure we're performing it at a nice constant pace. We're just going to go up, down, really sinking in to that eccentric and exploding up and emphasizing that triple extension of your ankle, knee, and your hip. So for this phase, we usually want to do about 2 exercises again. The rest periods can be about 60 seconds. And the amount of reps that we do want to do, they're going to be 8 to 10. The sets can vary depending on how your athlete's feeling that day, but typically we want to keep them within that range of 2 to 3. And a good way that we can make a progression onto the one leg jump lunge that I just showed you is we can grab weights, and now we're going to be adding a little extra resistance. So the same thing, we want to grab it. We want to make sure on our lunge our knees not caving in. We want to make sure our knees staying strong and staying out, keeping our core engaged, keeping those hips engaged. We're going to go down, same thing. Really emphasize that triple extension and keep a nice constant pace, because we're not going as fast as possible. That's going to be saved for the next phase that you'll be seeing next. So now the last phase that we're going to go into is going to be the power phase. And in this phase, we're going to be wanting to move our body as fast as possible and generating as much force as possible. That's the whole goal. So now the amount of exercises that we want to perform here are going to range from about 0 to 2, depending on where you are within your programming. The amount of sets that we're going to do is going to be about 2 to 3. The rest period, they're going to be 60 seconds. And the amount of reps that you're going to be performing is going to be about 8 to 10 within there, depending on your programming and depending how you're feeling. Everything is always variable. So the first exercise I'm going to demonstrate to you is we're going to do a bound jump over the obstacle. And then as soon as I hit my landing, I'm going to make another jump. Okay? I'm going to perform a couple reps. As you see, you want to make your jump, and as soon as you hit the ground, ideally you want to propel yourself as fast as you can, as hard as you can. I'm going to perform one more rep. obviously, as you're doing this, you want to make sure your mechanics are always going to be in line. You can throw your body forward as you're going, pushing your arms back and really trying to be elastic and stringy. So the next exercise we're going to do, it can be done with this because it's a similar movement pattern. We're going to do the same thing, a hop over, nope, excuse me. We're going to do a double jump, and in the second jump, we're going to do a medicine ball throw. I'm going to perform 1 rep. So we're going to have our medicine ball, we're going to get set. We want to throw the ball as hard as we can and as fast as we can, because this way we're doing a nice combination of upper body and lower body with the 2 exercises. And today, that's the whole exercises that I have for the programming and the different progressions that you can use. And that's it, everybody.